Hi everyone, welcome to Tom's Manshed. Okay, just done me weekly trip to Lidl's Thursday and I've picked this up. So I'm just going to do this like an unboxing. There's not much in the box to actually show you, but I'll do this unboxing. Then I'm going to give it a thorough workout for a week or two and get all the average readings off it and everything. Just so I can sort of throw the box away. So first of all, I'll show you what is on the box. That's what it is. You can freeze these frames. Same that side and the bottom. There you go. And it's by Sanitas, which is like Lidl's own medical sort of make. They do the foot spas and the face spas and stuff like that. I've done a review, if you click up here, on a thermometer of theirs, which has proved one of my most popular videos. So hopefully this will be the same. And as you can see, it's a wrist monitor, wrist blood pressure and heart rate monitor. Usually they go around your arm. I'll show you the one I've been using for years. But all that comes in the box is the unit itself in the bag. And it's got its own little carry case. And that is it. Oops, way around for you. Well, that is it. So, like I said, that's the case. Just quite handy to keep it in. And as well as the unit, you get the instruction book. And I'll be shortly holding that up to the camera, manually focusing, and I'll take a freeze frame of each one. I'll put it together. So I'll take one of every single page. And then if you ever get one of these and you haven't got the instruction book or you lose it, you've got a record of every page on there. I won't take all the usual safety precautions and stuff like that. I'll flick through them, but I'll just put after the actual instructions on how to use it. You also get, quite handy, a chart to fill. Don't know whether you can see that. Sorted. Please carry out blood pressure measurement in a relaxed atmosphere, one in the morning and one in the evening. And you've got a space there to put all your records. As you can see, you've got a few months worth there and the other side as well. So I'll just squeeze this bit in because I forgot to mention that, yeah, it's only £15, $14.99. It's in stock this week, which is week commencing Thursday it's Saturday now, so Thursday the 1st of March, so only 15 quid. And yeah, I forgot to mention as well, yeah, I do have high blood pressure. I'm on 2 pills, one called losartan, which I take at night, and one called amylopriodine or something. It's irrelevant to this review, but yeah, so having something like this, it's nice to regularly check, just to check things are still under control. So, right, let's get back into the review now. So that's the unit itself, and as you can see, it's suitable for wrist diameter from 12.5 to 21 centimetres. That is showing, when you're taking the measurement, it recommends the actual monitor is level with your heart. So put your elbow on the table and hold your hand up. It says put it on use the case to put it on, or a book or whatever, as long as it's level with your heart. And again, they're 1 to 1.5 centimetres down from the top of your wrist. So you would put it on. Obviously easier if you're not trying to hold it in front of a camera. You put it on like that, with the 1.5 centimetres there, wrap it tight. And you first of all, when you get it out and put the batteries in and set it up, you set the date and the time, because on this record you can list the time and everything. So it advises doing it in the morning and again in the evening and things. And it's dead clever, the calendar. Once you've set the date, it knows what date. Because today is the 29th of February. So I set the year 2024. And when I'm setting the month, it knew it stopped. It won't go any higher than 29. So it knows it's February and it knows it's a leap year. So that's clever. And it gives you loads of readings on here. Again, you can see there your blood pressure and these bands here. It's not as easy to read as the bigger one. I'll show you in a minute, the conventional one, because it is smaller. But there's a lot more info on it. The green band and that, and it detects arrhythmia of your heart and stuff like that as well. So, like I say, I'll be going through it properly when I've had a good play with it myself and seen what's what and taken out like a week's worth of readings, and I'll compare it to the other type I've got. But to give you an idea, you just press that button there. And it's started inflating now. Again, doing it yourself, you wouldn't. I'm not resting my arm on anything. And I'm also talking and making a video. So you wouldn't do that. You'd relax, chill out and do it then. But just a quick demo. There, 82 over 55, heartbeat of 101. Earlier when I tried it, my heartbeat was 80, I think. But yeah, with reaching around and moving and doing this video, it's not the true reading. So just to give you an idea, like I say, I'll film it properly when I'm more relaxed later, and thoroughly go through it. But it's a much easier thing to, you know, if you wanted to take a holiday or whatever, it's a much easier to carry around that than my conventional one, which you strap around your arm like you would at the doctor's. And it's really, so you can really feel it inflating. It's a bit uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt. I'm sure you've all had your blood pressure taken, but the one on the wrist is a lot more pleasant. I have given a quick check. There is like a discrepancy in the thing. They don't give... The heart rate was the same, and the bottom of the figures, the diastolic one, was the same. But the systolic one was showing higher on this one. I would love to actually take them both. I might do this. I've got a check-up in April, maybe birthday. I might take them both to the doctors and ask if I can try them while I'm there and see which one is the more accurate. But I suppose if you're just using one, don't have to be absolutely accurate, but it can show you your blood pressure going up or down. But like I say, how accurate they are compared to proper professional machines, I don't know. But I'm going to hold up now and record all the pages of the instruction book that are valid, and I'll just do a quick freeze frame of each one, and then I'll use that. It'll look a bit clearer, and you can just fast forward through that if you're not bothered, but it'll be on every single page just in case you ever need it. So like I say, I'm going to give it a good run for a week or so, fill in the little chart, get familiar with all the menus and the settings, and then I'll show you thoroughly how to set each menu and what each reading means. So in 1 second, I'll be back, but it'll be about a week in real time. Okay, so actually it's only a couple of days later now. I was thinking it might take me longer to get it all in my head, what everything did, but it was reasonably easy. So I'm keen to get this out and uploaded to YouTube while they are still in stock in Lidl's this week. So first of all, before we carry on with the demo, I shall show you the instruction book. Like I say, I've chopped it down to like 3 seconds from each page with a quick talk over, but feel free to freeze it at any page that is relevant if you've lost the instruction book or you want to read in more detail. So let's have a quick look. I've started from about page 6. The first 5 pages are just sort of irrelevant, really. So let's have a look at that now. So we'll quickly zip through all the pages of the instruction book. Feel free to freeze frame any of these. Starting from about page 6, any relevant stuff. It's on about the batteries and things. That shows you the screen, which I'll be showing you in detail later. Obviously, how to set the date, 24-hour, 12-hour choice. Usual things, where to position it on the wrist. Getting the correct posture, where to hold it. What the actual readings are and the colour coding for them. And the cardiac arrhythmia thing it can measure. How to use the memories, the error codes, continued onto the error codes, and all these specifications. You'll notice in a bit it says it's got a useful life of about 5 years, and as with all Lidl stuff, it's got a 3-year warranty. Okay, so let's have a look at it in action now in front of me on the desk. Now, I've filmed this with my Insta360 Link, which is a fantastic camera. It's got a mode where you can select desk mode, and even though it's not directly above the thing, it's looking forward. I'm looking at the camera now, it's on top of my monitor, but in desk mode it shows you as if the camera is ahead, but it does give you a slightly distorted image, so the screen in certain shots will look elongated. It's actually, as you see, an exact square screen, so make allowances for that, and I'll run through as best I can all the functions on it. Now, to hold my arm in the right position is impossible under the camera. I had to one time do it on top of my wrist, and awkward position, so it's not going to get an accurate reading. I'll show you after this in front of the camera now with me doing it to show you what the actual reading is, but first, and then I'll compare it to another blood pressure monitor I got many years ago, a Lloyd's Pharmacy one, and we'll show you the difference. But for now, let's have a look in more detail, and I'll try and go through as many menu items as I can. I might even sort of freeze the frame in a certain position so I can isolate them. So let's have a look at that now. Okay, so first of all, we're going to experience the extremely satisfying feeling of pulling the cover off. And I'm just going to hold it here now. I'm going to demonstrate it on my wrist in a minute, but sometimes I'll show you like that. That's how it should be on your wrist, with it like that. But it's going to be very hard for me to hold it to the camera. So a lot of the time I'll just be demonstrating it like that. But to begin with, when you first get it, you put the batteries in, and the batteries go in the little compartment there. Just 2 AAA batteries, which you get with it. And when you first turn it on, I'm not going to go through the procedure for setting the date, but when you first turn it on, the date comes up and starts flashing. You set the day just by going up and down with the arrow, the month and the year and the day. And like I mentioned before, it is got a built-in memory. It knows there was 29 days in February this year, 2024, leap year, and so on. So once you've set that, that's done. You can select 12-hour or 24-hour format. If you select the 24-hour format, like I've done, it displays the date in the day and the month, like we prefer it in the UK. Like the 2nd of March would be 2/3. If you set it in the 12-hour format, it will display the month first. So first of all, when you first turn it on, it's going to start inflating now, but because there's no wrist in there, it'll go carry on, but I can show you that. So turn it on, all the things appear. I'll go through all these. You can see the date in the top there and the time. It's 12:01 p.m. on the 2nd of March. Doesn't display the year, but you do format the year when you put it in. And you can hear it inflating now, and it's gone error because it's not detected. There's a wrist there or whatever. So I'm going to put it on my wrist as you should put it on that bit, but obviously it won't be an accurate measurement, this, because I'm not holding it at the recommended position or whatever, and it's going to be very hard for me to twist it round for the camera to get it, but I'll do my best. So turn it off and start again. So we start with it about 1 to 1.5 centimetres down from there, with it on your wrist, and like I say, as I mentioned before and I showed you before, level with, or I will show you, level with your heart. So I'm going to turn it on. I'm holding it, and this is not going to be an accurate reading because I'm forcing my arm into a certain position just so you can see the screen, and it's now inflating. I'll just put it flat while it gets the reading. It's not as unpleasant as the ones on your wrist, or on the ones on your arm. Okay, so like I said, that is way higher than I've been normally getting readings, but you can see at the top, the little man person under the date is memory 1. We've got an arrow showing it against the yellow band, so that's just out of the normal, getting up towards red at high. Okay, I've taken it off my arm now because, like I say, it's very hard trying to present it to the camera at the right angle. So you saw it went off after a short space of time then, the readings. But if we want to see that reading now, it stores, like I said, 100 readings in its memory, and there's 2 different memories for different people. So I'm just using, obviously, the memory for memory 1. So to access them memory readings, if we press M, you see 1 comes up there. If we press M2, the second person's memory settings come up. So I'm just memory 1, and then if we press the on button, it shows you the average readings. Now the A at the bottom means average, so that's an average of all your readings you've been taking, the last 100 readings or however many that may be, AM and PM. If we press it again, M1, it goes to an average of the morning readings. Now I'll mention morning readings in a minute. It only accepts morning between certain hours. Unfortunately, I tend to get up after 9 AM, so it's not going to record any of my things in its memory. Press it again. PM are the ones it's taken again between 2 certain times. It's a pity you can't alter them times, but they seem to be preset. And then press it again, and that shows 12. So it's taken 12 readings, and each time I press it, if you look at the date at the top, that was when reading 11 was taken, 11:56 today, 2nd of March. Press it again, reading 10 was 11:04, 2nd of March, 11:03, 2nd of March, and then 19:11, 11 minutes past 7 on the 1st of March, 9 minutes past 7 on the 9 minutes past 7 on the 1st of March, 8 minutes past 7 on the 1st of March, and back to this is memory 5 at the bottom is flashing, was taken at 13:48 hours on the 29th of February. You can see leap year, and so on. And each time you press it, you go cycle through your memories. Eventually, that will get up to 100. Once it's got up to 100, it deletes the first one, and it just keeps the last 100 memories. So each time you press that, you cycle back through one of your memories. And again, it shows you there your systolic pressure is at the top, 104. Your diastolic pressure is 68. And your pulse when it did that test was 80. And then get back down to 1 again. And then the next time you press it, we're on to the average. So the average pulse is 86 at the bottom, and so on. And then average morning settings, like I say, I haven't done any within its preset definition of morning. And the average PM ones. So it's basically saying like evening between 5 and 9 a.m. and I'll put the settings on the screen, what it is for AM and PM. And as you'll see, as you said, a little arrow is pointing at green, so that's showing you you're well in the green for that one. Again, it's shut off now, so again you'd press select the memory 1, press it on, and on that last one I took there, where it didn't have my hand positioned properly and I was doing this video so it wasn't an accurate reading, you can see the little arrow here has gone up into the yellow band. It's out of the green. That one, again, I was experimenting around it, did it on the top of my wrist. That's way up into the orange band. But the actual proper readings I've taken, you can see they've all been down below like 120 in the green band. So the only way I can show you every symbol on the screen and what it means is to briefly turn it on and freeze this frame, and then I can go through each bit separately and do a separate talk over. So I'll do that now. So you turn it on, every symbol comes on, and then it just goes into its inflating mode. Again, it'll show an error here because I've not got it actually attached to my wrist. And there are error codes in the book, as I showed you on the pages. And this will should show error 00, which is unable to record a pulse, if you look back earlier on at all the pages of the instruction book. See, error 00, unable to record a pulse because it's not on my wrist. Goes up to error 01, error 02, error 03. Error with no symbols after it is system error, and the batteries are almost empty setting as well. Okay, so I'll run through all the figures shown on screen. Like I said, this is in freeze frame, so it only stays like that for a second before it shuts. It goes to its measuring mode, and then I'll go through them all in a bit more detail, facing the camera head to head. So top left hand corner, you've got your date and your time. The time at the top and the date underneath. Then you've got your two figures representing memory 1 or memory 2, because you can use it to store, like I say, 100 memories and use it on like 2 different people. All the little arrows facing left, just one of them will come on when it's finished the measurement opposite what band. So the green band is all normal and sort of good pressure. The lower the better. Gives 3 sort of like bands in that: normal, high normal, normal and optimal, which should be the bottom one. And then as you go into the yellow band, that is high blood pressure range, mild. Then the orange band is high blood pressure range, moderate. And then red is severely high blood pressure. The double pointed downward arrow comes on when the cuff is deflating. So after it's made its reading and it's reducing the pressure and you feel the pressure going from your thing, that means that it's releasing the air. And then underneath that, the heart with the zigzag coming out of the side is an arrhythmia. If it detects any irregular heartbeat, again, all the explanation if you refer back to the instruction book pages at the beginning, but if it detects an irregular heartbeat and you're getting regular readings of that, go and see your doctor. Totally bottom left hand corner, the M is the memory, and it shows you how many it's got in its memory at the time. Moving along, the little battery symbol, condition of the batteries. The heart, that's the pulse. That pulse is when it's detected a pulse and measures your heart rate, which is displayed next to it. And then the two big figures going up are your diastolic and your systolic pressures. So that's all the figures going round anti-clockwise. Okay, so we'll do one final live sort of test with being the ideal position. So what you do, make sure you're on the right memory. So if you're just yourself using it, you'll never need to do anything. But if there are two people using it, select the memory position first. Once you've selected the memory, if we then turn it straight on, it will then be giving, like I showed you earlier on, the average readings for that memory. So, like I say, if I turn that to memory 1 and press on now, it's showing the average and that. So what I would do is, if you are changing memory, press that, turn it on to that setting, then turn it off again, and then you're ready to test. So I'm going to test it now on my wrist in the ideal position. I'll motor the camera down temporarily just to show you it testing. I'll be as relaxed as I can be and not talk as it advises. And then after that, we'll do a test with this, my old Lloyd's Pharmacy one that we've had donkeys years, I can't remember how, to show you there is a discrepancy in one of the readings of that. I'll go through that later on. But so I'm going to strap it on my wrist now. And that bit there, I didn't show you that. It's like springy, I don't know, plastic or metal in it with your Velcro pad on the back. And strap it on. You're in 1.5 centimetres down from there. Strap it reasonably tight. So I'm going to hold it in the advised position now. I'll motor the camera down. And yeah, I hope you can see that. So I'm going to start the test now and be quiet while it's doing it. Okay, quickly get the camera back into position, and you can see it's 123/74, heart rate of 76, and this is the 17th memory it's stored. Memory 1 person at the top, and the date and the time. So that's it, 123/74 with a pulse of 76. So I'll make a note of that. And I'll just put this one on now, just to show you the difference. Obviously, it's irrelevant if you're just viewing this as a review of that one, but I'm not sure which is the actual real reading. So like I say, I've got my annual check on my birthday next month. It's beginning of March now. It's my birthday next month. And when I was in the doctor's recently, she said, give us a ring round about your birthday and we'll do your annual review. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and the wrist one into the doctor's. When they check my blood pressure, I'll ask if I can try both of them out when I'm there, and I'll see which one is giving the reading nearest to their professional machine. So if we put this on now, just bear with me when I get this on. Again, when you're doing the wrist one, I forgot to mention, make sure you've no tight-fitting clothing. So if you've rolled your sleeve up and it's gripping your thing, that's not ideal. Have baggy stuff on, or just do it with like a t-shirt or something that's not going to grip your arm and restrict the blood flow. So this is the position that they recommend this. Just bear with me while I get it on. So again, I'm going to be quiet while I do it. I'm going to rest my arm on the table, the same as before. Turn it on and we'll see what it gets to. Okay, so as you can see on this, 139, so it's higher on the systolic, 74 on the diastolic, so it's exactly the same, and pulse 79 instead of 76, so that's near enough. So it's 23, 33, it's 26 higher on the systolic. Now, when I tried it yesterday, it was even a bigger discrepancy than that. 23, 33. Yeah, sorry, 16 higher. It was like in the 20s. It was like 25 or so higher. So I'm not sure whether this is a more accurate machine or the wrist one is. But it'll be interesting to see. But neither of them are going to be as accurate as the proper one done by the doctors, and a lot of doctors I know that I've been to still prefer the old pump up, mercury sort of tube type ones, and listening with the stethoscope. So I will compare it, and I'll put it in the notes in the description to this video, because it's going to be a month or so before I find out, and I'll put it in which one of these machines was the most accurate. But like I said, this video is about the review of that. So hopefully that has gone through everything. Putting the batteries in, setting up all the memories. I don't think there's anything I've missed out. Like I say, nothing is a substitute for getting it done properly by the doctor, but it will give you an indication if it's going up or going down or staying steady, your pressure. And the arrhythmia thing, again, I did it once out of the over 20 times, and it came on once. It says in the instruction book, don't be alarmed at that. If it's coming on every time, go and see the doctor. But a one-off out of the blue one, it says there's nothing to worry about. But if you are concerned at all, go and see the doctor about it. So I'm not giving any medical advice. I'm just reviewing what it says in the book and reviewing the thing. So yeah, I think 15 quid, I think it's very, very good value. And as with all Lidl stuff, or most Lidl stuff, 3-year warranty. And I mention it every video, but they do stand by their 3-year warranty. I had a drill once that broke after 2 years, 10 months, and they replaced it no problem whatsoever. If it breaks within the year, you can replace it in the store if they've gotten back in stock, or get your money back. Between 1 year and 3 years, you've got to ring the number in the book, and they'll sort you out. But from my experience, they've been absolutely great. So yeah, 15 quid, 3-year warranty, heart arrhythmia warning, risk factors. Holds a lot more information than the one I've just shown you. That one I've just shown you has bigger numerals, so a bit easier to read, but this are much easier to carry around. The only thing I'd like to have said on it was probably a backlight for doing it at night. And again, it's times that it sorts out, that it classifies as morning and evening. It asks you to do a test in the morning and again in the evening in a relaxed state at the set within them times that I showed you earlier on. I'll put them on screen again here. So that's what it defines, or down here, that's what it defines as morning and evening. Now, I don't get up, I'm retired. I've never been an early rising person. I go to bed 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning most nights, and I get up probably 9, and I'm up and about by 10 o'clock. Well, if I did the measurement at 10 o'clock, that's outside its band of what it calls morning, so it won't store it in its morning memory. And again, in the evening, what was it, between 5 and 7 or whatever it was, again, down below. If I do it after 7 at night or whatever, it's not going to store it in its PM memory. So that would be nice to alter, to define your own morning. Say between 10 and 12 noon would be ideal for me. And then at night, yeah, 5 to 7 would be no problem whatsoever. So that would be good instead of having its predefined things. And like I say, a backlight. But, you know, the minor niggling points, them nitpicking really. I think for 15 quid, it's very, very good value. So, yeah, hopefully it's been of some use. And like I say, I will put the results, if they let me try it in the doctors, take them both. I'll take them in a bag and try them both. I'm sure they won't say no. But I'll put the results of that in the description below in a month or so. So hopefully it's been of some use. If it has, please give me a thumbs up. If it hasn't, by all means, give me a thumbs down. I'd like to thank all my regular subscribers. I'm coming up to, I think this is going to be video 199. So I'm coming up to the 200th video very, very soon. Got 2 or 3 things in the pipeline. If you haven't already subscribed, please click the little picture here of the shed. And once you've done that, click the bell icon below and you'll be informed of any new uploads. So thanks for watching this one. Hope to catch you for the next one very, very soon. Bye for now.